Now at 5:30, a West Valley community coming together to mourn the tragic loss of a teenage mother-to-be who police say was shot by her ex-boyfriend in May.
Rylee Montgomery and her unborn child were laid to rest. A large crowd of family and friends gathering at Hazelton Cemetery to say their final goodbyes. The graveside service had blue and white bouquets. Those were Rylee's favorite colors. Loved ones also released balloons into the sky as a final farewell. Police say that Rylee was shot by her 18-year-old ex-boyfriend, Michael Sanchez. And now her family is speaking out, saying they tried desperately to keep her away from him and that the system ultimately failed to protect her.
She called 911 that day. Where were the officers? Nobody came. She was so scared of him. And I don't know if she really believed in her heart of hearts that he would actually do it, because he had threatened her so many times. It was like crying wolf, but I kept trying to tell her, you don't know him. You can't trust him. He's dangerous.
Rylee's family says that she hid much of the abuse and the suspect's threats because she was trying to protect them.
And new tonight, we're hearing from Rylee's best friend, who also survived that same attack. She says Rylee did hide a lot of the abuse, but she did try to leave him multiple times.
Fox 10's Taylor Wirtz has more tonight.
Abigail Krebs, who is at Rylee's service here today, says she didn't just lose her best friend in the shooting. She also lost her own baby, who died 6 days after being born prematurely. But what angers her most, she says, is the misconception that Rylee did not try to leave Michael Sanchez. She says that's far from the truth and believes this whole thing could have been prevented. On May 14th, 17-year-old Abigail Krebs' life changed forever. She lost her best friend, 16-year-old Rylee Montgomery, who was about 14 weeks pregnant when they, along with another friend, were shot by Rylee's ex-boyfriend.
I wish that she was still pregnant, and I wish that I was still pregnant. I wish that our kids could have grown up together.
Abigail and the other friend survived, but she had to deliver her own baby, Timothy, 3 months prematurely. He died 6 days later.
He was 1 pound, 13 ounces.
As Montgomery's ex-boyfriend, Michael Sanchez, awaits trial for shooting the teens, Abigail says many people are getting the story wrong, failing to grasp the harsh reality of domestic violence.
She didn't want to be with him. She had tried multiple times to break up with him.
Abigail says Rylee came to her house that night thinking it was a safe place. Weeks prior, Sanchez held a gun to Rylee's head, but attempts by the family to get a restraining order failed.
She was terrified. He would threaten her, he would threaten her brothers, and he would threaten her mom and her stepmom, her dad. He would threaten to kill all of them if she broke up with him.
Experts say leaving an abuser is incredibly hard for anyone to navigate, much less a teenager.
It's more difficult because they're not fully developed in the brain. They don't have the coping skills that a lot of adults have.
Abigail's mother, Jennifer, believes the tragedy could have been prevented.
There needs to be a better system in place, because 3 young girls were gunned down in front of my house. I did lose my grandson, and this could have been avoided.
There is a GoFundMe set up to help Abigail's family with medical expenses. We'll put a link to it with this story on fox10phoenix.com. As for Michael Sanchez, his next court date is July 13th. If you or anyone you know is dealing with domestic violence, we put a number for a 24-hour hotline up on your screen now. In Buckeye, Taylor Wirtz, Fox 10 News.